So on June 15th, 2026, the UK announced a ban on social media use for children under 16. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to talk about this. Welcome, my friends, to the Dr. Blue Duck channel, where we talk about life stuff, gaming, theology, dad stuff, and pretty much anything that I really want to talk about. So this ban is planned to be enforced not too long from now in spring of 2027, and it would ban Instagram, TikTok, Snapchats, Facebook, X, some people are still calling it Twitter, and YouTube. Wait, what? YouTube? I wonder if it's going to ban YouTube Kids too. I mean, that would be counterproductive, right? And what about Blue Sky? Did they forget about Blue Sky? So the UK Prime Minister says that its goal is to reduce exposure to harmful content, to improve children's mental health, to limit online grooming and exploitation, to give parents more control, and to give kids their childhood back by reducing social media dependence. Now, all that sounds important and good. Now, how will this be enforced? That's the question that came to my mind. I mean, can't kids just lie? Can't they just say they were born a different year and just keep on scrolling down? Well, the responsibility is going to be placed on the social media platforms. As a public school teacher, I know that responsibility is never going to be placed on the parents, but that's another conversation. So social media will be required to use systems like facial age estimation, photo IDs, banking or payment verification, digital identity systems. That kind of sounds a little Mark of the Beast-ish, and other age assurance technologies. And I'm thinking, like, what if you're an older person that just looks really young, or a young person that just looks really old? I mean, I have some like 14-year-old students that look 30, but hey, whatever. Now, personally, in some ways, I'm kind of like a libertarian, where I want as much of the government out of my life as possible. We're kind of more like that in the good old USA. But it's sad that the UK has to totally rely on its government because parents can't simply not give their kids cell phones and unlimited internet access. One of the biggest problems that I see in the high school classroom today deals with addiction to cell phones, particularly addictions to social media. So many students struggle with that. And I've seen teachers call home and talk to parents and politely explain that their child is addicted to their cell phone and is on their cell phone all the time. And that cell phone is causing them to fail the class, which is ultimately causing them to fail high school. And I've seen parents respond by saying, well, I can't take his phone away because he'll get mad at me. And I think, well, isn't that kind of the point for that kid to be so upset that they actually start doing their work, they actually start passing the class, and therefore they graduate high school? Now, my boys are super young still, and yes, I will be worried someday if they're off away from me and they have no way to communicate, to ask for help. So my wife and I probably will be getting them some sort of calling device, but I guarantee you this, it won't be an unrestricted smartphone. I mean, it'll probably be a dumb phone or just a basic flip phone with limited texting and no internet access, or at least some sort of cell phone that has very strict parental controls where we can block and control everything. And I heard that there's already cell phones that have a lot of this, where everything's monitored and everything is recorded and sent to the parents. So by the time my boys are older, I'm sure there's going to be all types of stuff, but they're definitely not going to get free reign to any cell phone device or social media. So I know if there's younger people watching this, you're probably not going to agree with me, but I like this ban on social media for kids. For over the last 20 years of teaching high school, I've seen kids become so addicted to social media, and I've heard so many stories about kids being cyberbullied by other students, and I've witnessed the attention span overall of students just going lower and lower and lower, so where they can't even listen to one of my lectures past a few seconds. But the saddest thing is just seeing how overall sad, depressed, and lonely high school students are today. When I first began teaching, I would open up my classroom door in the morning and my students would be all outside waiting, chatting, laughing. There would be chatter and jokes. I would have to calm them down before they would come into the class even. But now when I open up that door in the morning and there's students standing outside my door, no one is talking and half of them are just staring straight down, endlessly scrolling on their screens. And I don't blame the students now. I don't blame the kids. I don't blame a certain generation, because if I were a kid being raised today with unlimited internet and free cell phone use to any social media app for as long as I wanted, I would probably be addicted as well. And even me being a gaming dad, if I'm scrolling too much on my phone or looking at social media too much, it starts to get to me and I kind of get depressed too, because that's not what we're made for, gaming dads. That is not what we're supposed to be doing with our life. We're not just supposed to be looking at other people's lives or watching other people go on adventures. We're supposed to be going on the adventures. We're supposed to be leading our families on adventures, not just living vicariously through other people's adventures. And if we do that, our kids are going to be raised up in a lifestyle full of fun and fullness, really enjoying the life that they have. And that's what I want them to have. Instead of just scrolling endlessly on social media, listening to strangers and the thoughts of strangers permeating into their minds. Now I'm going to take this a step further. Since gaming is one of my main hobbies, I would also like to add that I think a ban should apply to social interactions on video games as well. Now this would get rid of all the screamers every time I accidentally open chat on Fortnite or any type of VR game on the Quest 3. I mean, can you even imagine how amazing it would be to play a video game with open chat without having to hear some 10-year-old cussing and using racial slurs every 2 seconds? Can we maybe pass this ban in the United States tomorrow? Now, being a dad, I would never want my children playing games where they can socially interact with other adults, other strangers. I don't think any kid should be having unsupervised conversations with adults. I don't know why this hasn't been stopped a long time ago. Being a gaming dad who values protecting children's safety, their mental health, and their innocent childhood, I am all for this kind of ban coming to the United States, banning kids from social media and social interactions and video games. And if a ban like this never does come, it's up to us, dads, it's up to us parents to encourage other parents to not let their kids be unattended on the internet, social media, or even on video games that allow online social interactions with strangers. And this applies to us too, gaming dads. I mean, the more time I spend online scrolling, I start to feel depressed too. I start to feel lonely as well. It's not what we're made for. It's not what we're designed to be. We were made to lead our families on adventures, on crazy, wild, fun adventures, not just to live vicariously through other people's adventures online, not just to watch other people do fun things and exciting things and thrilling things. Now, if we take our kids and lead our kids and families on adventures, that's going to keep them so much more grounded in life, where they're not going to be so tempted to go off and go astray. Because all kids want adventure, and they're going to find it with us leading them, or they're going to go off and find another type of adventure on their own. So yeah, let's still make our positive online content, but after we're done creating, let's go ahead and turn it off. Let's tune it out. And let's go out there and live some real life, making valuable memories with our family. Well, as always, be kind, use your mind, and game on.